Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Create Your Own Reality podcast, where we share stories and practical tips to help you level up your mindset, reconnect with your purpose, and boost your confidence. If this is your first time listening to the show, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you're able to take something from this episode to turn your day from good to great. Let's get into it. Hi, guys. I am feeling really inspired, and I want to share why. So, as I've mentioned, I think at least once before, I am also on my journey currently of becoming a life coach, and it has been incredible. As somebody who has just been in this personal development space for the past few years, this has really just taken that to a whole nother level. And I am just so excited to be able to start helping people in a much larger way. But until that point comes, the tools that I have been learning and the things that I've been able to start putting into practice just with myself have honestly been incredible. I think I've had almost 5 breakthroughs this week. Yeah, almost 5 breakthroughs this week alone, which is like crazy to think about. But just having all of that energy and all of those ideas just top of mind right now just is leaving me so inspired. And I just want to share with you guys the importance of just taking the time to have that self-reflection, taking the time to just sit with yourself and really take the time to journal. You know, journaling is such a powerful tool, even if you don't have any specific template or prompt, just getting all of the things that you have in your head just out onto paper is such a relief. It can be such a weight lifted off of your shoulders. Because if you're anything like me, there's at least at least 10 things going on all at the same time. And that can be a lot to hold. Like, it's a lot to hold that much in your own brain of just stuff of your own, let alone things that you may have to take care of for work or family or a relationship. It's really, really challenging to take all of that and hold all of that on a daily basis without ever allowing yourself to just let some of it go. And of course, there's so many different ways that you can also implement that. It doesn't have to be journaling. Maybe that's not your thing. Another big thing that is really helpful for a lot of people is, doing some kind of workout or going for a walk or a run or maybe taking a Pilates class. I think just finding that outlet of movement as well is something that's really important, because it's finding that mind-body connection is always going to be valuable for you in your life. Because if your mind isn't right and your physical body isn't right, you might not feel it now, but as time progresses, it's going to start to weigh on you. And I think as soon as you start to realize that maybe one of those things isn't exactly where you want it to be, whether it be your mindset or your physical body, just really try to consider what you can really do to work towards that next version of you. Now, if it is more of a mindset thing, I really will say that journaling is probably one of the best things you can do for that. And that's the challenge I'm going to give you this week. Is take the time. It can be 5 minutes, it can be 30 minutes, it can be a whole hour. It really just depends on what is available to you. Because of course, we all don't have the same amount of time in our days or our weeks, and I absolutely acknowledge that. But it's still important to really take that time for yourself. Within a single day, within a single week, and definitely within a single month. So hopefully, by the time you're listening to this, it might be on a Sunday night or Sunday, or it might be sometime during the week. But either way, just take some time to pull out a notebook, to pull out the notes app on your phone. Just put your phone on Do Not Disturb and just take some time to really listen to the things that are going on in your body, in your mind, in your world around you. And just write. Just put all of it down on the page. It's not about having to read it all later on. Sometimes it's literally just about getting those things out of your head. Because again, sometimes it can be a lot to hold. And we shouldn't have to hold all of that at all times. And my hope for you is that you will feel a little bit lighter after that. And maybe you'll even have a breakthrough once you finally get all of those thoughts out of your head and onto paper, and you actually see them in front of you. Because I think that's a big thing too. Because as a visionary person, I generate ideas in my head like no other. And if I don't get them down on paper, sometimes they disappear right away. Maybe that's because they weren't meant to be mine, and I acknowledge that as well. But especially if there's something that you're feeling really called to, or something that you're feeling really passionate about, you need to write that thing down. Not only so you remember what it is, but also so you can have a constant reminder of what it is that you need to be working towards. It's not going to happen overnight. And I always want to drive that home. Because some people think that it will, and that's why they never wind up doing the thing, or that's why they don't wind up following through with that idea. But really figure out, really take the time to get all of the thoughts out of your head. And yes, maybe even have a breakthrough of your own. But at the end of the day, just really take that time to self-reflect and take the time to do something kind for yourself. I don't think most of us do that as often as we should. Be kind to your mind, be kind to your body, and be kind to yourself. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you liked this episode, please be sure to leave a review and share it with a friend. Comment down below to share your takeaways with others and join the email list from the link in the show notes. Until next time, stay motivated, be inspired, and don't forget to encourage others.